Hello photographers, my name is Spyros Heniadis, and normally this is where I answer your photography questions and we learn about photography together. But today I've got a question. Are you a beginner photographer? Have you recently got your first advanced camera like a DSLR? Or have you had your camera for a while but you're still shooting in auto? If so, I can help because I'm creating a video guide to help you use your camera to take photos that will stop people in their tracks. Now, some people are perfectly happy to shoot in auto and get just okay pictures. But if you're watching this, you're clearly not satisfied with just okay. Now, here's the thing. Shooting a high-performance camera in auto mode is like driving a high-performance race car to the grocery store. You can drive your Ferrari to the store if you want to, but that's not how the car is intended to be used. High-performance cameras are exactly the same. Using your camera in auto mode will get you an okay picture, but with that camera you have the potential to do so much more. When you shoot in auto, the camera makes all of the decisions for you, and that's a problem because the camera has no idea what the picture in your head looks like. I remember when I got my first high-performance camera. It was the original Canon Digital Rebel DSLR. I remember thinking about how awesome my photos were going to be now that I had this camera, and I also remember how bad my photos still sucked even though I had this amazing camera. The problem was that I had no idea how to use the camera to create the photos that I was seeing in my head. In fact, there was this one time shortly after I got my camera in 2001 that I almost threw it against the wall. I was trying to take a photograph of a spider web and I wanted the photo to look like this. But instead, I couldn't even get the camera to focus on the web and take a picture. I tried for over an hour, and no matter what I did, I couldn't make the camera take the photo that I wanted it to take. I was so mad after spending all of that time fighting with the camera that I almost smashed it into the wall. I realized then that I had to learn how to use my camera, so I set out to learn everything I could about photography. I spent hundreds of hours consuming books, ebooks, magazines, and videos trying to understand how to make the photos in my head come to life. And now I can take photos that look like this, and like this, and like this. I want to help you do that because I know how frustrating it is to see that picture in your head and not be able to make that picture real. I also know how good it feels when you get that one accidental photo out of 100 that is just awesome. Everybody gets a good shot once in a while, but what I want to do is help you evolve from being an accidental photographer into a consistent creator of amazing photos. So who am I and why should you listen to me? I'm not just a photographer, I'm a teacher, and I always have been. In fact, I can teach the hell out of just about anything, and in particular, I teach the hell out of photography. I love photography and I love sharing what I know about photography with other people. And honestly, this isn't really about teaching, it's about me helping you to take amazing photos. And with this guide, you will be able to take control of your camera and take your photos from just okay to jaw-dropping. In this guide, I'll help you understand how your camera works by showing you how to physically operate your camera so that when you want to do something with your camera, you will know how to do it. I'll explain why exposure is the core of photography, because photography is all about capturing light, and you need to know how much light you capture, but you also need to know how to capture that light so that the photo will look the way you want it to look. We'll learn all about aperture, which is one of the things that controls how much light you capture. It also controls how your picture looks, and as a photographer, you need to understand how aperture works. You'll also understand the importance of shutter speed, which is the second thing that controls how much light you capture, and shutter speed is also critical to getting sharp photos. I'm going to show you the secrets of ISO, which is the third thing that helps you control how much light you capture. And ISO is critical because it gives you the flexibility to choose the shutter speeds and apertures that you actually want to use. And once you understand that, you get to have some real fun with things like depth of field, which is how much stuff in your photo is in focus. I'll explain depth of field and show you my simple 3-step method for taking pictures with a sharp subject and a blurry background. We'll play with motion blur too. Now, just about every photographer gets obsessed with taking the sharpest photos. What they don't realize is that photos of blurry motion are a lot of fun and the results are really cool. You'll see how fun motion blur is, but I'll also show you how to take sharp photos. There are so many factors that go into taking sharp photos. Everything from the lens you use to how you hold your camera has an impact. Understanding this is critical to preparing you to take sharp photos, and I'll also show you how to get the best photos in low light. Whether you're trying to take sports photos of your kids, you're at a wedding, or out with your friends, you whip out your camera and you take a photo and it's terrible. I'm going to show you the best settings and lenses to use in low light so that you can get the best photos. We're going to discuss composition. Now, composition is the squishy side of photography. It's how you arrange your photograph and how that arrangement appeals to the person that's looking at it. I'm going to show you how to use composition to really make your photos pop, and I'm also going to explain what I call the I am shooting method. This is a simple system for setting your settings. It's a repeatable method that you can use to figure exactly how to choose the right settings for the photo you are trying to take. And I'm also including a resource library of videos that shows you what to do on your camera. And if your camera isn't covered in the library, you can easily ask me and I'll show you how to do it. You can also ask questions and get clarification with the Ask a Question form that I'll have on every video page. I will explain things in clear and simple language so that you can understand. I'm not going to throw jargon around. It's going to be plain English. I'm including exercises to help you implement and practice what you're learning, and I'm including a whole series of bonus videos called Building the Shot, where I take you out on photo shoots so that you can see the process in action. And finally, I'm offering a 100% money-back guarantee. My goal is to help you become a better photographer, and if you're not satisfied, then I'm not satisfied. What that means is that if you go through the guide to shooting in manual mode, put the information and techniques you learned to the test, and you're not happy with the results, I'll refund your money. So if you're ready, I'm ready, and you can order now by using this link right here. And then you better get out there and take some damn photos.